What's up, y'all? Welcome back to the Raven Watch Sports Podcast. I'm your host, Isaiah. We are live, baby. We are live. We are live. And today, y'all, we have to discuss and recap day one of NFL free agency, for the Tennessee Titans. The Titans made 4 signings on yesterday, y'all. They've been quiet today, but they made 4 signings on yesterday, and we have to talk about it. Hope everyone is doing well on today, man. Hope you had a great day so far. Hope you continue to have a great day. But yeah, y'all, let's get into the Titans free agent signings from day one of NFL free agency. So first up, y'all, the first signing the Titans had was Tony Pollard, running back formerly of the Dallas Cowboys. Now, before I get into Tony Pollard, obviously y'all know the big elephant in the room, y'all, is that Derrick Henry signed with the Baltimore Ravens today, and I posted in the community tab. Also posted 2 short videos just thanking Derrick Henry for everything he did for this organization on and off the field. So y'all, let's just give a round of applause to Derrick Henry. Yeah, everything he meant to this organization, this fan base, just everything. He was a class act, and I know he's going to keep having success in Baltimore. I hope he has success, except when he plays against us. But yeah, Derrick Henry signed a 2-year, $16 million deal with the Ravens. But I just want to address that first. But now, y'all, let's get back into the Titans free agency signing. So Tony Pollard, like I said, running back from the Dallas Cowboys, a 3-year, $24 million deal. Now, a lot of people were skeptical about this. They're like, why would you give $8 million a year to a running back? Okay, we could have got a running back that was a little bit cheaper. But y'all, I think Tony Pollard, this is a great signing by Ran Carthon. And to me, y'all, this shows that we are truly moving into a new era of Titans football. Because you look at the running backs we have on this roster now, Tyjae Spears and Tony Pollard. Both of those guys are what? Receiving backs. Okay, they can make plays out of the backfield. They can catch the football, and they're great in pass protection. Different. Right? Very different from what we've ever had on our football team. And so when I look at it, I love this signing, y'all. I really do. Because Tony Pollard, I wrote, what does he bring to the team? Well, Tony brings the element of speed and explosiveness that the Titans desperately need. He's a great receiving back and has sneaky running ability. I think he and Tyjae will be a dynamic duo at running back. Y'all, you're talking about now we have 2 running backs. It's very fast. It's very explosive, very dynamic with the football in their hands, can catch the football out of the backfield. And this is how Brian Callahan is going to run his offense. There are going to be times, y'all, when we have Tyjae Spears and Tony Pollard both on the field, and defenses are not going to know what we're going to do, right? Because both of those guys can run and catch the football. And the reason I said I think Tony Pollard has sneaky running ability because I don't think people talk about it enough. I'm talking about 2022, y'all. He averaged 5 yards per carry. Now, this year it went down to about 4.1 yards per carry. But that's because he was dealing with injury, really. Right, he was dealing with an injury all year long. You could tell that hamper. It was that knee injury that he had in 2022, right? And you could tell that hampered him. But y'all, I think Tony Pollard, he's healthy now, and he's gonna be ready to go. And like I said, the way Brian Callahan is going to run his offense, you need your running backs to be able to catch the football. And I'm talking about really be able to catch the football, not just catch it off a little screen. No, be able to run routes and catch it. Y'all, we are going to be a passing team now. We're going to be a passing offense. We finally caught up to the rest of the NFL. Okay, no more of this ground and pound, all this mess. No, those days are over with, y'all. And so when we make these signings, I want people to remember, this is no longer the old Titans. This is no longer the Jeff Fisher, the Mike Munchak, the Mike Vrabel-led Titans, right? The Mike Mularkey-led Titans. We're different, y'all. We're going to bring in players that are dynamic, that are explosive, that are fast. And Tony Pollard gives us that. What does this team lack, y'all, for years? Speed on offense. And now we have it. We have 2 running backs that's very fast, Tyjae Spears and Tony Pollard. So I love this signing. Okay, I really do. I love it because I look at the other running backs on the market. The only other running back I would have wanted that would have fit what we're trying to do would have been DeAndre Swift, really, right? Because DeAndre Swift, he's kind of like Tony Pollard. I think he's a better runner than Tony Pollard, but they're both similar. Both fast guys, both can catch the football, can run routes. So I really don't. I get why people are like, well, we could just gave Derrick Henry this money. Yeah, that's true. But with the way we are changing our philosophy on offense, Derrick Henry was not going to fit what we were going to do, y'all. He just wasn't. Because even when we brought Derrick Henry back, he's only getting, I think, probably 8 to 10 carries a game. And the problem is that really worth it? And it's not. And considering that Derrick Henry, he's not great out of the backfield, you're going to be paying $8 million to a guy that's only giving you 8 to 10 carries a game, and that's it? No. Pay $8 million to a guy that can run and catch the football, that can run routes, and bring speed and explosiveness to an offense that really, really, really needs it. Right? And we still need more speed on offense, but this definitely helps because now we have 2 running backs that's very fast, very agile. This is great. So I love this signing by Ran Carthon. People won't say, well, it's $8 million is too much, but it's really like, think about it, y'all. The cap is rising every single year. I mean, we saw this year the cap jumped up by what, $30 million? So $8 million is really nothing. It's really nothing. And you look, most of these running backs got it. Derrick Henry got $8 million. DeAndre Swift got $8 million. Saquon, he got more than that. Saquon got about $12 million a year. So pretty much all these running backs beginning. I know Zach Moss, the Bengals signed him yesterday. He got $4 million. But Zach Moss is not the caliber of running back that Tony Pollard, Derrick Henry, Saquon, and the rest of those guys are. So we understand why he didn't get as much as they did. But for what Tony Pollard brings to the team, what he's going to bring to this offense, y'all, great signing. So I love this, love this, love this. Our second signing, y'all, and probably the biggest, literally and figuratively, because Lloyd Cushenberry is 6'4". Lloyd Cushenberry is 6'4", 315 pounds, right? So our biggest signing, literally and figuratively, y'all, was Lloyd Cushenberry, the former center of the Denver Broncos. And y'all, this to me is the best signing that we've had so far, right? Without question, the best signing that we have had so far. A 4-year, $50 million deal. The reason that I got projected contract is because, again, free agency technically doesn't begin until tomorrow when the new league year finally begins. But I'm still saying that this is a projected contract because it could change. But 4-year, $50 million deal, y'all. And I know some people like, man, it's a lot of money for a center. But y'all, you're talking about, we had a guy in Aaron Brewer that's about 6'1", 280 playing center. Now we got a guy in Lloyd Cushenberry that's 6'4", 315 pounds. So it's already an upgrade just based off that. And then Lloyd Cushenberry, he's a great run blocker. He's probably a top 5 center in the league right now. So yeah, you could say this is a lot of money for a center. When you consider the player that we're getting, I love it. What he brings to the team. Lloyd gives the Titans a long-term option at the center spot. He is a great pass blocker and has improved as a run blocker every year. The Titans need a huge upgrade at center, and they got it in a major way. This is great for Will Levis's development. And y'all, that's what we want to do, right? We want to develop our young quarterback, right? But to develop a quarterback, to develop any young player, you got to have pieces around them, right? And for Will Levis, he needs pieces around him at the receiver spot. He needs pieces around him at running back, and he needs pieces around him on the offensive line. And so this signing is amazing. You get a guy in Lloyd Cushenberry that's only 26 years old. He's not going to be 27 until November. He can be our Ben Jones. Right? You know how Ben Jones was with us from 2016 up until last season? He can be our Ben Jones. Lloyd Cushenberry could be here 7-8 years. I really believe that. Right? Because center is one of those spots, y'all, that if you stay healthy, you can play really well into your mid-30s. And I believe Lloyd Cushenberry will be that guy. So I think, y'all, this is not just for the next 2, 3, 4 years. This is the guy that's going to be on this team, I believe, 7, 8, 9, maybe even 10 years. And so because of this, it makes it even better because he is really going to be here for the long term. He is really a guy that we could keep on this team for years and years and years to come. And that's great, because the biggest problem that I've had with the Titans when it comes to the makeup of this roster is that we don't have a lot of guys, y'all, on this roster that we can really move forward with for years to come, outside of, Will Levis, Tajay, Pete Skoronski, Big Jeff, Monty Hooker, Roger McCray. But outside of that, I've said, man, this team, we need more. We need guys that's like 25, 26, 27 that we can move forward with, right? Nothing wrong with signing a guy that's like, 31, 32, 33. But you really need guys that can be building blocks, man, for your team. That is so important, y'all. And so Lloyd Cushenberry is one of those building blocks. Love this sign. This is an amazing sign. Like I said, to me, in my opinion, this is the best signing that Rand Carthon has made so far. Getting Lloyd Cushenberry, probably the best on the market. Him or Connor Williams. You can debate which one is better, but great signing by Rand Carthon. Man, it's a huge need. I cannot believe the Dolphins actually signed Aaron Brewer. Y'all, the Dolphins gave Aaron Brewer a 3-year, $21 million deal. So, yeah, they paid Aaron Brewer $7 million a year. I think that's going to come back to really bite them in the behind. Seriously, I really do, y'all. I don't like that signing at all for the Dolphins, but I love this signing for my Tennessee Titans. Lloyd Cushenberry, finally, we have a good center again in Tennessee, y'all. Now let's move on to the defense, as we made 2 signings yesterday on defense. Let's get into the first one, y'all. The Titans signed Chidobe Awuzie, former cornerback, of the Cincinnati Bengals. Now, this was a guy that I had on my wish list, and I'm so glad. Hey, sometimes God, gives you what you ask for, right? Yeah. Amen. God will give you what you ask for, y'all. And God gave us Chidobe Awuzie. Finally, just like with center, finally, y'all. We have a good corner. We have a good corner in Tennessee. Isn't that surprising? Right? Isn't that surprising? Because when you look at the history of the Tennessee Titans let's just go into the history of the Tennessee Titans for a couple of seconds, y'all. The best corner that we've ever had is Samari Rowe. Y'all, it's been years ago, though, right? Then we had Jason McCourty. Jason McCourty was good, but Jason McCourty was never one of the best corners in the league. He was good. Then, obviously, we've had guys like Adoree Jackson and Cortland Finnegan and Malcolm Butler and Christian Fulton and Alterron Verner. Alterron Verner that 1 year, 2013, he was good. But, y'all, this team has never really had like a top 10, top 15 corner. We never really had that. Because even I think at Jason McCourty at his best, I don't think he was a top 10 to top 15 corner. I really don't. So you're talking about this team really has never had a top 10, top 15 corner since Samari Rowe. But we just got one in Chidobe Awuzie. Y'all remember that great year Chidobe Awuzie had in 2021? Man, that year he was a top 10 corner. Then in 2022, he got out to a good start. Obviously, he had that ACL injury. Then last year, it was a little bit shaky. But I love this signing as well. This team has lacked corner. Like, seriously, we have lacked corner for a while. So let's get into it. What he brings to the team. Awuzie brings veteran presence and a proven player in the secondary. Since 2021, he has been one of the more underrated CBs in the league. He didn't have the best season last year, but he was coming back from an ACL injury. The Titans get a good CB, and y'all see what I wrote about him. Veteran presence and a proven player. What does his team needed? Veteran presence and proven players in the secondary. Like, we need guys that we know are good corners, are good safeties, right? That's what we need, y'all. I'm tired of us, relying on practice squad guys. I'm tired of us relying on undrafted guys in the secondary. Man, these wide receivers in the NFL, y'all, are too talented. They are too good. You better have dogs back there in that secondary. We just got one in Chidobe Awuzie. Obviously, since I said he's former cornerback of the Cincinnati Bengals, what does that mean, y'all? He knows our head coach, Brian Callahan. Now, obviously, Brian Callahan was the offensive coordinator, and Chidobe Awuzie plays on defense. He's a corner. But obviously, they already have a relationship there. They're familiar with each other. So this is great. But I love Chidobe Awuzie. I wanted us to sign him back in 2021. So it's kind of funny that we signed him 3 years later. But Chidobe Awuzie, good player. Is he a great corner? No. but he's a good player. And this is what the Titans need. We need more good football players on this team. We still need more of them right now, okay, as I speak. But we need more good football players on this team, and we just got one. I think sometimes people think that, when you're building the NFL roster, every single player on the team is going to be an all-pro, Pro Bowl / Pro Bowl caliber player. But that's just not the case. You need players on the team that's just good. And Chidobe Awuzie is one of them. And considering the hole that this team has at corner, and we still need another corner, but considering that the hole that this team had at corner before the start of free agency, getting a guy like Chidobe Awuzie, who we've seen be good, we know is a good player, man, it's a great start for our secondary. And again, great job by Ran Carthon getting this guy 3-year, $36 million deal. That's great. I mean, I love it. $12 million for a good corner. That's a steal, really. Because most time, good corners, you have to give them at least 15, 16, 17 million, if not more. So getting a good corner, Chidobe, who's only 29 years old. I love that. I love that. I love that. And yeah, we needed this, y'all. Like I said, he was on my wish list. We still need more help at corner, but this is a great start for us. Literally, this is a great start. We know yesterday, Sean Murphy-Bunting, our cornerback from last year, he signed with the Arizona Cardinals. I'm okay with that. Like, I was fine if we brought Sean Murphy-Bunting back, but if we didn't bring him back, I wasn't going to be like, oh my God, we didn't bring Sean Murphy-Bunting back, because there are better corners, right? There's still some corners on the market that's better than Sean Murphy-Bunting that I hope we sign. So Chidobe Awuzie, a big upgrade. So you're talking about Chidobe Awuzie is a replacement for Christian Fulton. That's great, and we can still sign another corner or maybe trade for a corner, which I'll get into here in a few minutes. But Chidobe Awuzie, love this. And then, y'all, our final signing from yesterday, and probably the most controversial one for a lot of people, is Kenneth Murray, former linebacker of the LA Chargers. Now, y'all, let's talk about this, okay? Let's talk about this. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Kenneth Murray. When Kenneth Murray was entering the draft in 2020, I thought he had a potential to be one of the best defensive players in that draft class. And I can remember when the Chargers traded up with the Patriots to go and get him. And I was like, oh, man, I don't know what the Patriots are doing. I would have, just stayed at pick 23 and selected Kenneth Murray, but they didn't. The Chargers ended up trading up, getting him. And at the time, I was like, oh, my gosh. Because this is when the Chargers, they had Derwin James, which they still have him, but they had Derwin James. They had Desmond King. They had Joey Bosa. And I'm like, now they just added Kenneth Murray to their defense. I was like, oh, my gosh. I love this for the Chargers because Kenneth Murray is going to be one of the best defensive players in this draft class. Well, fast forward 4 years later, y'all, and I can admit I was wrong because Kenneth Murray has not been one of the best defensive players in that draft class. Now, I will say this. When Kenneth Murray is at his best, he's a good linebacker. The problem with Kenneth Murray, y'all, has been consistency. He's not consistent. Okay, he's very inconsistent. I admit that he is, which surprised me because when he's playing at the University of Oklahoma, he's one of the best linebackers in the nation. Like, this dude was bringing it game in, game out. So I was very surprised by how his career went with the Chargers. Now, what he brings to the team. Murray is a fast and aggressive linebacker. He can move sideline to sideline and make plays in the run game. He isn't good in coverage and has been inconsistent in his career. If DC Denard Wilson can get him to be more consistent, he will be a Pro Bowler. Let me repeat that last sentence. If DC Denard Wilson can get him to be more consistent, he will be a Pro Bowler. Y'all, I truly believe Denard Wilson can change Kenneth Murray's game. When you look at Kenneth Murray, what is he? Like I wrote, fast and aggressive. This dude plays the game with a violence that you don't really see from dudes playing in the league right now. I mean, he is so violent, y'all, in a good way, right? Like Kenneth Murray, when he steps onto that football field, he is looking to light dudes up. He's looking to light running backs up, quarterbacks up, and wide receivers up. Y'all remember when we played the Chargers this past year, right? It was week 2. What did he do? Man, he absolutely lit Ryan Tannehill up. Now, it wasn't Ryan Tannehill's fault. right? Because our offensive lineman, I think it might have been Daniel Brunskill. He missed his block or whoever it was. And Kenneth Murray, man, he came back there so fast around Tannehill. He lit him up, right? And Kenneth Murray had a great game that game. He had 10 tackles and like a sack. So he played extremely well against us. So you'll see games from that. You'll see games like that from Kenneth Murray. But then you'll also see those games, y'all, where Kenneth Murray looks really bad. And that's the problem with him. Kenneth Murray has the talent. He has the talent. It's never been a question when he has the talent. He just needs to bring it week in and week out. And so when I look at Kenneth Murray and how he fits on this team, obviously yesterday, y'all, also we lost our linebacker Azeez Al-Shaair to the freaking Houston Texans. So isn't that great? And then, oh yeah, side note, y'all, guess what? The Houston Texans, about 5-10 minutes ago, they literally signed Danielle Hunter to a 2-year, $49 million contract. So now this means that, y'all, to all my Titans fans out there, guess what we got to face twice a year? Will Anderson Jr., Denico Autry, Danielle Hunter, Azeez Al-Shaair, Derek Stingley, Christian Harris, Jalen Petrie, all on the same defense. So, man, that is a scary sight. Like, literally, just thinking about it. Just wait till you get all them dudes on the field together. But, man, yeah, that really – I was so upset yesterday, y'all, when Azeez Al-Shaair and Denico Autry both signed with the Houston Texans. I'm like, of all teams to sign with, they got to sign with the Houston Texans. There's already a young ascent team. Oh, yeah. And let me tell y'all this. And I think I've said this before on here. Do not be surprised if the Houston Texans are the second best team in the AFC behind the Kansas City Chiefs. That team is coming for real. I've been telling people that team is coming, man. Woo. Give credit to Houston Texans. I hate doing that because they're in my division. But I got to give credit to Houston Texans. That team is legit. They got so many young players across the board. And now they're adding good veteran players. That's how you build a roster, man. You build first, through the draft. You get your young players. That's what they've done. Derek Stingley Jr., Nico Collins, Tank Dell, C.J. Stroud, right? Will Anderson Jr., Jalen Petrie. Then you build through free agency / trade acquisition. You talk about last year, they traded for Shaq Mason. Right? Then now this year, what they do? Signing Danielle Hunter, signing Denico Autry, signing Azeez Al-Shaair. So that's how you build a team. Just had to throw that in there. A little side note, but yeah, shout out to the Texans, man. Nick Cassariano and D'Amico Ryans. The job those men are doing with their team. Wow, I cannot believe that literally 2 years ago, the Texans were one of the worst teams in the league. And now, fast forward 2 years later, they're the best team in the AFC South. What a job those guys have done. But yeah, back to Kenneth Murray, y'all. What he brings to this team is speed. And let me say this. If y'all notice, so far, Ran Carthon, who is he targeting? Guys that are fast, athletic. Tony Pollard, fast, athletic. Chidobe Awuzie, fast, athletic. Kenneth Murray, fast, athletic. What did Ran Carthon tell y'all at the NFL Combine? He said, we need to become a faster team. We need more speed on both sides of the ball, but we added that. And Kenneth Murray, that's what he is. He's very fast. He's very athletic. Like I wrote, he can move sideline to sideline. And he is super violent. He just needs to bring that every single week. Now, he is bad in pass coverage, and we all know that. But we shouldn't be using him in that way anyways. Right? Like Kenneth Murray is not a coverage linebacker. He needs to be at the line of scrimmage at all times. But I think if we play him in that way, you talk about now our new defensive coordinator, Denard Wilson. And y'all, I cannot wait to see what Denard Wilson does. Now, we need to give Denard Wilson some more pieces on this defense because this defense really got me concerned. People keep saying, well, we need to get a receiver and we need to get another lineman, which is true. But y'all, I want you to look at this defense right now. Like, we are missing a lot on defense, okay? We need a corner. We need a safety. We're missing a lot. But I really believe, y'all, with the way Denard Wilson is, the job I saw him do with the Baltimore Ravens last year is their secondary coach. I think he can get that. And I think, honestly, I feel like he played a part in why Patrick Queen had a career year. Now, I know he was a secondary coach and Patrick Queen is a linebacker, but I really feel like Denard Wilson played a role and Patrick Queen having a career year. Because, you know, Patrick Queen, his first 3 years in the league, he disappointed. Then, look, he broke through. Kenneth Murray, so far in his career, he's disappointed. He's shown flashes of being good. He's shown flashes of being bad. But I really do believe, y'all, that Kenneth Murray can become a Pro Bowler if Denard Wilson can get this man to be consistent. That's the biggest thing. It's not talent with Kenneth Murray. Man, we just need you to bring it every game. Because you watch Kenneth Murray play sometimes, and you like, man, I want that dude on my team. Because he is so energetic, y'all. I'm telling you, put on the tape of Kenneth Murray, especially last year when we played against them, and especially when he was in college. Okay, put that tape on for Kenneth Murray. This dude is so violent and so aggressive, so physical. And you love guys like that. You just want Kenneth Murray, man, just do it week 1, week 2, week 3, all the way to week 18, right? Don't do it week 1 and then we don't see you again until week 5. No, we need you to be consistent throughout the entire season and into the playoffs. Hopefully we get to the playoffs this season or next or whenever we get to the playoffs again. So that's the thing with Kenneth Murray. It's not talent, y'all. It's just he just needs to bring it week in and week out. But when you look, recapping, when you look at the Titans, our dishes, right? Tony Pollard, Lloyd Cushenberry, Chidobe Awuzie, and Kenneth Murray. We filled our needs, right? Now, we still have some more to go, but we did fill our needs. We got a center, which is what we needed. We got a running back, which is what we need. We got a corner, which is what we needed. We got a linebacker, which is what we needed. Again, we still need more in some of those positions, but we did fill those needs. So overall, I think it was a good day. It was a good day for Ran Carthon and Brian Callahan and the rest of the staff. Chad Brick and Anthony Robinson, all those guys. It was a good day for them. Good day. I think sometimes people think that, you know, day 1 of free agency, that's it. There's only one day. But y'all, you got to remember, okay, slow and steady. Slow and steady wins the race. And Ran Carthon told y'all he was going to be patient in free agency. He wasn't going to just sign everybody just to be signing players. No. Has to make sense, right? Has to fit schematically. And then the contracts have to make sense as well. Just because you have all this money doesn't mean you just go out. I mean, y'all, think about it. Just because a person is a billionaire doesn't mean he or she just going to just go and buy 50 houses. No, they're going to make sure that it makes sense. So you got to make sure that you use your money wisely, that it makes sense. And so I really believe that's what Ran Carthon is doing. And that's why I don't have a problem with what he did. I don't have a problem with the approach we took day 1. Yes, they are. I don't have a problem with what we did day 1 because everything fit. All right, y'all. Next, let's get into the needs, though, that we still have. So I'm looking at needs for this team. Wide receiver, corner, linebacker, safety, defensive tackle, DN, and then we need depth at all those positions. So not only do we need starters at depth, not only do we need starters at all those positions, but we also need depth at those positions as well. I gave y'all some targets, some guys I think we should and need to target. So my first 3 targets, y'all, and this is in order from left to right. We got Kendall Fuller, cornerback of the Washington Commanders. We got Steven Nelson, cornerback of the Houston Texans. And then we got Marquise Brown, a.k.a. Hollywood, of the Arizona Cardinals. Kendall Fuller, he's 29, the same age as Chidobe Awuzie. And if we sign him, boom, now that cornerback core is really good. We got Chidobe Awuzie, we got Kendall Fuller, we got Roger McCray. We need to add more depth at that spot, but at least now we have 3 good players at that position, which is so important, y'all. Cornerback nowadays, you got to have at least 3 good cornerbacks, and not 4, but you got to have at least 3 good corners because these teams have amazing wide receivers, right? You're going against dudes like A.J. Brown, Devontae Smith, and Justin Jefferson, and Devontae Adams, and Tyreek Hill, and Jalen Waddle. Like, you're going to get some dudes at wide receiver. You better have some corners that can cover these guys and cover them well. So Kendall Fuller would be a good signing. Steven Nelson, man, we saw what he did in the playoffs against the Browns. He had that nice 82-yard pick 6 that ended the game when he did that. And he brings a veteran presence. He's 31, so he's 2 years older than Kendall Fuller. But he had the best year of his career this year. So I would definitely love signing Steven Nelson. We know he had a good game against us when we played the Texans in Tennessee. So I would love signing him. And then finally, y'all, like I said, Marquise Brown, a.k.a. Hollywood of the Arizona Cardinals. What does this team still need? Speed, and speed. Well, that's your guy right there. Hollywood will bring so much speed and juice and explosiveness to this offense. So I would love it. And yeah, I really want to get Hollywood because y'all, we're not gonna get Calvin Ridley. The reason I didn't include, and I know some of y'all gonna be like, well, Zay, why don't you include Calvin Ridley? Y'all, we already heard today, Calvin Ridley, he's either gonna sign with the Patriots or he's going back to the Jaguars. So we're not gonna get Calvin Ridley. That's why I didn't include him in this, because we're not getting him. Okay. So I know some Titans fans wanted him. Trust me, I kind of wanted him too. Y'all, we're not getting Calvin Ridley, okay? We're not getting him. So, unfortunately, we have to move on. Marquise Brown is probably the next best receiver. Isn't Hollywood AB's cousin? Yes, he is. Yes, Hollywood is Antonio Brown's cousin. It's kind of funny how they both ended up being wide receivers, huh? But yeah, he is Antonio Brown's cousin. I would not and I would not mind signing him. Next up, y'all, we have defensive tackle DJ Reader of the Cincinnati Bengals, defensive end Chase Young of the San Francisco 49ers, and we got strong safety Cameron Curl of the Washington Commanders. Now, let me touch on Chase Young because y'all, as some of y'all know, and some of y'all might not know, but if you've been probably refreshing your phone on Twitter or X and Instagram, you probably heard that the Titans are going to be meeting with Chase Young some point this week. I don't know. Oh, y'all, we just got breaking news right now. Breaking news. The Steelers are trading wide receiver Deontay Johnson to the Carolina Panthers. Wow. Breaking news. Isn't that funny, y'all? How sometimes you're going live and then you end up getting breaking news in the middle of your live stream. Yeah, let me repeat, y'all. The Steelers are trading wide receiver Deontay Johnson to the Carolina Panthers. So I don't know what the compensation is in that trade. I don't know if the Panthers, I don't know what they gave up to get Deontay Johnson. But I will say this. Yeah, okay. Yeah, the Panthers obviously need more help at wide receiver, but I don't know if Deontay Johnson is a guy I would have targeted personally, just because we do know Deontay Johnson does have some maturity problems. But I mean, he's a good player and he'll help Bryce Young. But I hope that the Panthers don't see him as a number one wide receiver, because Deontay Johnson not a number one wide receiver, but he is probably a number two. Yeah, he's probably a number two wide receiver. So hopefully the Panthers still get some more help from Bryce Young, because, yeah, you can't just go with Deontay Johnson and Terrence Marshall Jr. and all them other dudes that got a receiver. Nah, man, you better get you a number one receiver for real. But, yeah, the Panthers are trading for Steelers wide receiver Deontay Johnson. But back to Chase Young, like I was saying, the Titans will be meeting with Chase Young at some point this week. I haven't seen what day that might be, but, yeah, just keep your eye out for that. So we are meeting with Chase Young. It's funny because when I was doing this, I didn't know we were meeting with Chase Young or going to be meeting with him. But, yeah. So Chase Young, DJ Reader, Cameron Curl, DJ Reader, man, we really need defensive tackle help, y'all. He would be a great run-stopping nose tackle. You pair him next to Big Jeff Simmons. Oh, my goodness, y'all. That duo, whoo, it would definitely wreck offensive lines, because I don't know how you're going to be able to stop Big Jeff and DJ Reader, man. Woo, yes. Titans, please get DJ Reader. Please, please, please. Because I wanted us to get Leonard Williams, but then Leonard Williams re-signed with the Seattle Seahawks. I was really mad about that on yesterday, y'all. Like, seriously, I was mad about that because I really wanted Leonard Williams, man. Leonard Williams is a good player, but we couldn't get him, so let's get DJ Reader. Like I said, Chase Young, edge rusher. We lost Denico Autry. We would get a guy in Chase Young that's only 24 years old. And yes, I know Chase Young, kind of similar to Kenneth Murray. He's been inconsistent in his career, kind of, part of the reason he's no longer on the Washington Commanders, and he's also been injured, but he's only 24, and he still has a lot of potential, in my opinion. So I would not mind it all. And Cameron Curl, one of the best safeties on the market, y'all. Super young, 25 years old, and we need safety help badly, okay? Because I don't know if Elijah Molden is ever going to be a really good safety. I think he could be a solid safety, but no, if you got a chance to make an upgrade, go and get it, right? Don't just settle, y'all, for being good or being average or whatever. No, Cameron Curl is a really good safety, and that's what we need. We need really good players on this football team. Go and get Cameron Curl. I would love that. And then finally, y'all, my last three targets for this team: linebacker Willie Gay of the Kansas City Chiefs, offensive tackle Trent Brown of the New England Patriots, and DB CJ Gardner-Johnson of the Detroit Lions. Y'all, I'm sad because Willie Gay, actually, about 10 minutes before I got on live, I saw that he had signed with the New Orleans Saints. So yeah, it's so funny that when I'm doing these things, when I'm writing these and whatnot, how later, players will end up signing with a different team or whatever. But Yeah, we can't get Willie Gay anymore. It kind of sucks, man. Really sucks because we really need linebackers. Still. Even with signing Kenneth Murray, we still need linebacker. But Trent Brown and then C.J. Gardner-Johnson, like I said, Trent Brown, I think he was a part of my Titans free agent targets that I did a couple weeks ago. I mean, he would be a massive upgrade at right tackle. Like I told y'all a few minutes ago, man, the Houston Texans are loaded now on defense, especially that defensive line. Will Anderson Jr., Danico Autry, Danielle Hunter, Malik Collins. So you need, for the Titans, we need some offensive linemen that can block those dudes, that can protect Will Levis, and that can open up running lanes for our running backs, Tyjae Spears and Tony Pollard. So, yeah, I really hope we sign Trent Brown because we need him, man. I mean, I don't want us to roll with Dylan Radins or Nicholas Petit-Frere at right tackle. No. Go and get you a guy that's proven. Now, I get it. Trent Brown is going to be 31, I think, next month. But I don't care. Like, I just want proven guys at this point. That's what we need, y'all. We need to quit rolling the dice. Like I said earlier with the corners, I'm tired of us using undrafted guys. I'm tired of us relying on 6 and 7 round picks. No, we need to get proven players that we know have been good players, that have been productive players, in the NFL. That's what my Titans need more of, okay? That's what our team needs, y'all. No longer just saying, well, we're going to rely on this dude that we took in the 6th round or 7th round, this undrafted guy. No, get proven guys, okay? That's what we need, especially if you want to build a good team. You cannot build a good team with a bunch of 6, 7, and undrafted guys. If they proven themselves to be good players, that's okay, right? Because it doesn't matter about their draft stats. But you're just going into the season saying, well, we drafted this dude in the 7th round, he's just going to be our star in the corner. That's a problem. So, no, go and get Trent Brown. I know he's a little bit older, but go and get him because he's proven. In last but not least, y'all, C.J. Gardner-Johnson, the dude that will bring so much personality to this team. Listen, I know C.J. Gardner-Johnson, he talks a lot. He does. He talks a lot. But I love it, okay? He's a dog, and I love it. Let's be honest, y'all. This team, we need some more personality. We need some dudes that got some swagger. We need some dudes that's arrogant. We need some dudes that's really confident in themselves. I love that. Because the Titans, let's be honest, y'all, we have never had that. We've never had that. We never had dudes on this team with real big personalities. The only dude I can really think of that we had with a really big personality was Randy Moss. But, man, we got Randy Moss at the tail end of his career. C.J. Gardner-Johnson only 25 years old. My thing is this, y'all. Sometimes you need some guys, not a lot. You can't have the whole team of guys like this, but you need some guys that's arrogant, that's going to talk trash, that's going to get in your face, that brings that swagger to the team, and C.J. Gardner-Johnson would bring that. We need some dudes that can get this fan base really going to energize, y'all. I'm tired of all the players we have on this team. They're tough guys, hard workers. That's great, but have some dudes that got some big personality, though, as well. That's what I want. Did anybody, I know I ain't the only one, did y'all want some players on this team that actually have some personality? Like, seriously, because it feels like we don't go after guys like this. We don't go after guys like that, man. That's why I'm glad we got Kenneth Murray, because, like, Kenneth Murray, he has that personality. He has that swagger. Same thing with Tony Pollard. And also, by the way, y'all forgot to mention, y'all know Tony Pollard, his family, they're from Memphis. So this is a homecoming for him. And, you know, like, his father has a barbecue place in Memphis. So, hey, maybe, Tony Pollard, that's another reason he wanted to come here, because he was like, I want to come back home. I want to eat some of my father's barbecue. But, but yeah, I forgot to add that Tony Pollard, him and his family are from Memphis. So it's a homecoming for him. But yeah, y'all, I really want C.J. Gardner-Johnson for real. I really do. Because we need dudes that have personality. Y'all, let's be honest. We really do. We really do. You look at the best teams in the NFL, they have some dudes that will trash talk, right? They have some dudes that, let's be honest, we don't like them. Okay, C.J. Gardner-Johnson, one of those dudes, if he's not on your team, you don't like him. When he was playing for the Eagles, I ain't like him. When he's playing for the Lions this year, I was like, nah. But I respect him. I just, he gets on your nerves, right? C.J. Gardner-Johnson gets on your nerves because he does talk a lot. But at the end of the day, this team needs more guys like this, y'all. We really, really do. That's why I was so glad last year we signed Artie Key, because Artie Key is a big personality, man. Big personality. He's loud. He'll say whatever he feels like saying. Like, he is not backing down from anybody. He has so much confidence in himself. We need more players like that, okay? Because that's how you get a fan base going and fired up as well, too, y'all. When you got players like that are very, very passionate about this game, it fires up a fan base. Y'all see, I'm getting passionate just talking about C.J. Gardner-Johnson, because I know the kind of player and the personality that he is and how he would really help this team, help this secondary. I feel like, y'all, especially when you're a DB in this league. You need to be confident about yourself. You need to be arrogant. That's why I love Jalen Ramsey as much as I do. Now, I know a lot of people don't like Jalen Ramsey, but I do, because Jalen Ramsey has a huge personality, and he's not backing down from anybody. As a DB, you need to have confidence in yourself, because there are going to be times as a defensive back, y'all, you give up a touchdown. There are going to be times you give up a 100-yard game to a wide receiver. But you better come back there next week and be like, hey, I ain't going to give up 10 yards this game. You better come back there next play and be like, I bet you ain't going to score another touchdown on me. So you need to have that confidence. You need to have that arrogance about yourself. And that's what C.J. Gardner-Johnson will bring to this team if we sign him. But, yeah, y'all, who do y'all think the Titans need to sign? How do you think we've done so far? Like I said, I think we've done well given the circumstances, right? We done well. We know we're still a rebuilding team, but we've done well given the circumstances. But how do y'all think we've done so far? Who do you want us to sign? Like I said, I just gave y'all some guys I think we should target. But who do y'all want us to sign? How do you think we've done so far? And yeah, so y'all have to come, because I got fired to talk about C.J. Gardner-Johnson. Ramsey is from Tennessee as well. Yes, he is. Shout out Jalen Ramsey, man. I'm still mad, y'all. I'm always gonna be mad in 2019 that John Robinson didn't trade for Jalen Ramsey, what he could have. But yeah, that's another story for another day. But yeah, y'all, Titans free agency day one recap. Hopefully, y'all, we have more signings on the way. Also, before I get up out of here, I do want to say, y'all, reportedly the Titans are really, really looking at Kansas City Chiefs cornerback Jalen Ramsey, L'Jarius Sneed, and potentially want to trade for him. Now, I will say this: if we trade for L'Jarius Sneed, right, we're probably gonna give up our second round pick. And I don't know how I feel about that, guy. I'm gonna be honest. I don't know how I feel about that. Now, L'Jarius Sneed, oh man, he's a great player, great corner. And if you have him, Chidobe Awuzie, and Roger McCreary, you got three really good players at corner. But considering that this team does not have a lot of draft picks right now, I don't really know if you can part with one of your draft picks, right? You know, because we just don't have a lot of draft picks. But if we trade for L'Jarius Sneed, I'm going to be happy, because he's one of the best corners in the league. He's only 27 years old, and he would give us a lockdown corner, and then Chidobe Awuzie would be your second corner. And then Roger McCreary is your third corner. So, yeah, that would be great, great cornerback trio. But you would probably have to give up a second round pick. I've seen some Titans fans say, well, why can't we give up our third round pick? Well, we don't have a third round pick this year, right? So we can't do that. But I think that's what the Chiefs would want. But I just want to throw that in as a little side note. Yeah, the Titans reportedly are looking at Kansas City Chiefs cornerback L'Jarius Sneed, to potentially are interested in trading for him. But yeah, you just got fired up like Monty G. Yeah, Monty G, Eagles super fan himself. Man, he he is a big Eagles fan. Big Eagles fan. But yeah, that's it, y'all. Titans free agency day one recap. Remember, laughter is good medicine, y'all. So make sure you get your daily dose. I want to say this. I will. Yeah, Eagles super fan. Yeah, you know him, man. I guess who doesn't know him? But I do want to say this, y'all. I will be live in an hour at 7:30. I'm going to recap day one of just the NFL free agency, right? This is recapping my favorite team, the Tennessee Titans, what we did. But I'm going to recap day one of NFL free agency at 7:30. Now, I'm going to try to, not be on there too long, because there's a certain women's college basketball championship games coming on at 8 o'clock. But, yeah, I will be doing that. So hopefully I'll see y'all in an hour. Y'all come back on here. And we will, like I said, I will recap day one of NFL free agency. What's up, man? Jet Set for Life. How you doing, brother? I think I remember you from last week at the when I was going live doing the NFL Combine. So how you doing, man? But yeah, I will be live. Like I said, I will be live in an hour to recap of day one of NFL free agency for several teams. I'm not gonna go over all the signings, because obviously it's way too many signings to go over every single one. But I'm gonna go over, the really, really big, impactful signings. And then I still cannot believe that Neil Hunter is a Houston Texan. But hey, I guess as a Titans fan, I just gotta deal with it. But yeah, y'all remember, laughter is good medicine. So make sure you get your daily dose. Y'all know I'm gonna end it, man. I love y'all. God bless. Puppy.